सत श्री अकाल पाजी।
हेलो सर, कैसे हैं आप?
बस सर हम ठीक है, मजे में। सो फार सो गुड।
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, वेरी
हॉट
गुड।
समर गोइंग ऑन इन द सिटी।
हाँ हाँ, बहुत आजकल आज इस बार की गर्मी बहुत ज़्यादा है। इनफैक्ट आज कुछ 36 या 37 ऐसा सुना मैं।
यस
तो इट्स क्वाइट अ troublesome summer.
राइट सर।
So we have to go through it.
Yes, so I thought today in this good surroundings that we are in today,
हाँ,
I just thought why not discuss about summer itself.
fantastic.
So first very intriguing question, what do you call in cricketing parlance,
हाँ
first Yorker
हाँ,
you
क्यों
have
नहीं?
to face.
No problem.
You are Sunil Gavaskar and I am Richard Adley bowling a Yorker.
Okay, no problem. Good to face.
Yes. So is summer your favorite weather or not?
No, my favorite weather is winter
Okay.
because winter is something which really motivates me to no extent. And summer too does in some ways, but it takes away a lot of things. So winter is my first season. Next comes rainy season. Next comes summer.
Okay. You of course autumn and spring is also there.
Huh.
Does it hold any place in your mind or no? Autumn and
It has gone out of my
because you have spent good chunk, I think at least one seasonal cycle in Canada.
2 years.
So there is fall. What autumn is called as fall there. So
Acha.
it's very picturesque and colorful.
Of course, a lot of
Leaves turn yellow, the maple leaves, and then finally red, and before they fall down.
right.
Then the trees become very bare, only branches sticking out before the snow arrives. So anyway, that is one part. And spring is when again the leaves come out again.
Come out again.
Sometime in April now. Around now is spring in the northern hemisphere.
Springtime. Okay.
So where the trees start getting their
Leaves
back,
and flowers back. Okay.
flowers back, and flowering also happens. So
Nice.
anyway, that's a prelude to summer.
Huh.
So of course, I just thought we'll discuss about summer.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Definitely.
So which summer do you remember in your life most, sir? Which year summer, and why? And why?
Uh, I think the best summer which I have had is during my childhood days in Pune. Because there is not one summer, there have been a couple of summers which I would say. Because those days we would have some very good summer camps and summer tours from school. So, and those days, even the so-called traffic and congestion and all were very less. So, even we could enjoy summer to a large extent. So there was one summer where my 2 months of holidays, one month I spent in Mumbai with my uncle and cousin, and the other month I spent traveling across Pune itself with my parents. So that was by far the best summer because we would get to scale up hills and all. We would visit hill stations and we would visit many good parks, of course, which is quite common in any summer. But why I liked was that had a special place in my heart because not once, but couple of times I had an opportunity to visit one very good park there in Pune, which is called as which is called as Sambhaji Park, which is one of the famous parks in Pune, and also Saras Bagh, which has a very good Ganpati temple there. So as a child, I always had a lot of fascination in visiting parks. So these two would by far rank as one of the best summers which I have come across in my life.
That's interesting, sir, because
Huh.
you have spent the majority of your life in Bangalore.
Hmm.
And in Bangalore, none of the summers registered to you as any memorable one?
Uh, no, I don't think. I mean, I have few summers, but I cannot really recollect which would be the best as such. Uh, of course, there was one time where I had a 15 days off from work, but I'm not sure whether it is
आपने
summer
तो
or.
हमारी मुंह की बात छीन ली सर. आपने हमारा मुंह की बात सच्ची.
अरे अगर
अरे
आप
सर.
अगर आप वो समर है करके कंफर्म कर लिया तो मेरा आनंद तो
Oh,
दुगना हो
actually,
गया.
rain was knocking on our doors, the monsoon. That was when
Right.
we took the break.
Yes, that
I
was.
had the privilege of roaming around with you, some nice places.
Oh, that's always been a privilege.
So,
That yes, one of the good summers I would say,
okay, that
because
was 2 years back,
that was 2 years back, and
2024.
time has flown by, and very beautiful places I had the privilege of visiting with you, which I had not seen first earlier, rather I would say. So that was one charming
Maiden
aspect.
visit.
Maiden visit, and not with a maiden, but it was just a maiden.
वो तो नसीब की बात है सर, हम क्या कर सकते हैं.
नहीं नहीं, हम कुछ कर सकते हैं और
हाँ,
हाल ही में करके दिखाएंगे.
देखते
तो
इंतजार रहेगा.
अरे क्यों नहीं, क्यों नहीं. हम हमारी जिंदगी के हर चीज आप ही के सामने दोहराते हैं, तो
यस,
वो भी दोहरा देंगे.
देखते हैं.
So yeah, that really was, yes, it was quite a good summer, which still definitely memories of which will remain there for a long time with.
Okay, sir. But in general,
Hmm.
what do you look forward in summer maximum most? Although it's not your favorite season,
Hmm.
but what any time summer is coming ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ,
Hmm.
what do you anticipate or expect or desire most?
Basically, if you ask me, I would be more keen on watching out on my health,
Okay,
because God's grace, everything is all right so far. But health is one thing which can quickly change in the summer with varying temperatures,
right.
and with lot of pollution around here that can complicate the issue to no end. So whenever summer arrives, my first point would be to take care of my health, and avoid any such food stuff or food habits which can go on and help complicate your digestive system. So because that is one thing which you need to guard in summer. What I mean to say is a lot of processed foods or fried foods or something. If not avoid them, of course, yes. Me being an absolute fan of all those type of foods, but I cannot avoid them. Still, I can restrict them to frequent intervals. So that is one thing which I look forward to, and consuming a lot of liquids, a lot of juice, and all those things. And trying to keep myself active without really feeling that my body is very burdened or very heavy to move around or something like that. I would like to always be flexible even in moving my body, like for example moving my hand or legs or whatever it is. It should not make me feel that it's too heavy or too difficult for me to just move my leg as well. So to keep all those things going, I would always like to maintain a fit health, and have a lot of fluids, and yes, here and there, if opportunity persists, have a nice beer and relax.
Well, I don't remember knowing that you had a beer in the summer at all. But anyway, you added to the list. Good. But so you're in summary, what you're saying is you should remain well hydrated
Hmm.
and you should eat light.
Hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
that will help you maintain your good health.
Okay. Some people believe that the North Indian food is best enjoyed in winter, sir. What's your thought on that?
It is because winter your digestive system will be more friendly with you, I would say, and that too, even North Indian food also. What my suggestion would be is that, though if you like three items, you can always keep it for 3 separate days rather than having it on one day and not being able to eat anything on the second day. So North Indian food, definitely it has good value base during rainy season as well as winter season. Winter would be the best because you will be exercising more, and you will always be more active than what you are in summer season. So yes, winter is always the better season.
So during summers, do you prefer being outdoors or indoors more?
uh, as a working professional, I would like to have a balance of both, because I cannot deny the fact that if I have to meet someone or something like that, or being into the film industry now, if I have any shooting schedule or something like that which is in hot sun, of course, with all respect to my profession, I will have to do that. But personally, if nothing is there, then I would always like to be indoors, because with the scorching heat and ever rising temperatures or ever varying temperatures, it is always good to keep yourself in a cool zone. But as I said, it will be good if you can have a balance of both, where you achieve this as well as that.
So one another thing which I wanted to ask you is related to the summer holidays. It always used to so happen that exams used to end in March
Yes.
or mid of April, and then we used to look forward to the 2 months of summer vacation.
Yes.
You want to share some memories and thoughts about that?
Absolutely, absolutely. I was always looking forward for summer and as well as Diwali in general, because that was the time when I would get to visit Bangalore with my family and friends. Uh, I would always, I was always a favorite of my grandmother, so I always and my cousins from my father's side. So I would always look forward to as a child as to when the next summer holidays will come, the 2 months I can come down here and spend. But I think whether it's an irony or anything, I would say that I have always visited Bangalore more during Diwali season rather than summer. Once or twice, I had an opportunity to come down in summer also. Summer holidays have been always the ones which I have looked forward to as a student as well, because that gives you a lot of opportunities to travel as well as at the same time do some projects, so do some very good research based activities which I was into right from my school days itself. We used to do a lot of like botanical gardens for that matter. We would visit Pune Botanical Gardens or Mumbai, or when I come here, we would visit Lal Bagh or Cubbon Park and gather a lot of information about trees, plants, leaves, and we would create a record. Once or twice, that was there as a subject for our summer holiday project work as well, which we have done. And my, of course, brothers and sisters, they always were very supportive in this particular activity. They would get involved despite their other schedules. They would come down, they would get involved, since we have dwelt very close as a family members, so they would get involved. So all those things would make summer a very fascinating and enchanting time for me. So yes, summer anytime, 2 months school holidays, still I would look forward.
What are thoughts on these summer camps, sir, which are nowadays? I mean, it has become famous only since the past 15, 20 years, as far as I know, in Bangalore. Prior to that, it was a very alien concept. It was not, because people used to, as you said, when summer holidays start, people used to go away from Bangalore. They'll go to their usually grandparents' house, which is outside Bangalore.
Yes.
Which is not in Bangalore, was more of a city which evolved for the working class.
Right.
So it was not a busty kind of a thing where generations. Very few people were like that.
Right.
Who lived here for multiple generations, and when Bangalore was a collection of villages.
Right.
But after that, the modern Bangalore that we know, it is fully only working people who come from outside. So especially during summer holidays, their children used to go away. They used to spend time in their with their grandparents or somewhere in the village or so-called hometown, what they would like to call it.
Right.
As a result, there was no opportunity for conducting something called a summer camp.
Right.
But over time, summer camp has become what do you call, more famous or more prominent. You'll be able to see that concept across the city now, and several of them are sought after. And I think, according to me, this concept took ground because of two reasons. Number one was just a hypothetical situation, like when the grandparents become very old and they cannot host your children for longer duration.
Right.
You have to cut short the duration during which they used to spend time with their grandparents.
Right.
So instead of 2 months, it will become 15 days.
Right.
So remaining 45 days, what do you do after coming back? You have to use that time. That was one pressure. More interestingly, some people, they thought that summer holidays needs to be okay. Take 15 days or 1 month, but 1 month you try to somehow use it more productively by trying to learn some skill, life skill. For example, swimming or games or chess or whatever it is. So that used to be that came up because they thought that will add to your intellectual capabilities, building brain building capacity or whatever.
Right.
But even more recently, kids nowadays, some parents, I would call them zealots. What they are doing, they are trying to basically give the kid a 1 week off and a light 2 months break. they try to start, they want to finish the next year's syllabus one round already before the school itself starts. To get a competitive, the competition pressure has increased now slowly so much that even though school declares holiday, the child is still going through some other pressure from the parents or someone else. It is not a true holiday in the sense that how I and you enjoyed it in our days. So, what are your thoughts about this development?
According to
Do
me,
you
it
think
is.
it's good or bad, or the child should be given its space, or the holiday should be enjoyed as a holiday?
According to me, it should be a mix of both. Uh, I would say summer should be spent in a good educative way. Yes, no doubt about it. But it should be a mix of pleasure and responsibility, because what really happens is, as you rightly said, summer used to be during our days the time where we would go and meet our grandparents and spend quality time with them and all the rest of the family members. But with the change in atmosphere and with the change in the living style of people, things have had a drastic change, as again you have rightly put it across. I would definitely say that it should be a mix of both. Like, you should not leave a child completely, without any freedom, because the whole 10 months which you have done, he has had to grill it in one way or the other, whether it is exams or studying at home or tuitions or whatever it is. So definitely your child deserves 2 months of off. But at the same time, if you're planning to keep him in tune and being a competitive world, yes, 100% it is a competitive world, and unless you are that one step ahead, you will lose out in the race. So, but having said that, you should also space it in such a way that it is well strategized and it is organized in such a way that you slowly get your child back into the studying groove rather than hurrying it up. For example, like, you eating lump sum food at once and have finding it difficult to digest, rather than eating it 4 times a day. So what I would say is, it should be a balanced way, and it should be an easier, slow, smooth way for you to get your child back into the school learning atmosphere, academic next year atmosphere, rather than hurrying it up. And what really propels this activity or motivates your child to do it is a good pre 15 days, like, getting into some summer camps, or trying to visit some museums with a scientific value, or trying to really do things which you would have thought over in your academic time, that you would be doing it now. So get those thought processes back and try to work on that. Or sports, for example, morning 7 to 9 or 7 to 10, before it gets too hot, to try to engage yourself, keep yourself mentally fit, yoga, or even in the evening, try to have a nice peaceful walk. If you're staying closer to a waterfront, nothing better than that. Try to have a nice walk around the beach side or riverside. So all this really puts your brain into some positive thought building process, and a phased thought building process, which is more important. So what I feel is, it should be a mix of both, where your child can have that and then slowly graduate into the next academic year and then move on from there.
So, in summary, what you're saying is the child should be given its space,
Hmm.
and summer holiday should be used to form better habits,
Yes.
or either fine tune your old habits or add bring in new habits.
Yes.
This is a good time to form that habit.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay. So, another thing I would like to know your thoughts
Hmm.
is related to the temples.
Hmm.
So, in most South Indian temples,
Hmm.
summer holidays is a time when all the temples have celebrations.
Hmm.
Like Rathotsavam, Brahmotsavam,
Exactly.
Teppotsavam, Garudotsavam, Vasantotsavam, like that, several
Exactly.
Karga,
Yes.
Karga ಇದೆ,
Very, very ancient.
ancient ಇದೆ.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, ಹೌದು.
So, what are your
Correct.
thoughts on those practices? Have you participated in any of them, and how do you enjoy it?
Yes, I
Like,
have
for example, you
participated.
are from the great Sampige,
Yes, I
Srinivasa
have.
Swami.
I have been very fortunate to participate in Rathotsavams and prelude to Rathotsavams, which happen in Sampye. Prelude, I mean, lot of earlier pujas, sthapanas, lots of other utsavams are there. Uh,
Pradisthapana, you mean?
huh. And like, before the actual Brahma Rathotsavam happens, a lot of other Rathotsavams are there. So this, so seeing that itself is glory. But unfortunately, what has happened is the next generation today, they have lost complete connect, or I would say they have not been able to connect with that because of maybe they have not been guided well in that aspect, and the type of lifestyle which they have been exposed to right now, I don't think, even if not impossible, it will be very difficult for them to really come to terms with these sort of things, like how your mind can be, shampooed. I could say that shampooing of your mind, if you go to a temple, if you enjoy all these situations, if you try and get involved, if you go along with the priests, go along with the temple management, try to get involved with the activities,
Become a Karsevak, you mean?
become a Karsavar. And the happiness which you get at the end of everything is something immense, which only you have to experience. So I have experienced it twice, not only in Sampye, also I have been a part of some Rathotsavams in my mother's maternal, like my mother's house temples, like in Nuggehalli and all. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ನಾನು ಹೋಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ರಥೋತ್ಸವದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಯು ಅ ಟೋಟ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್ ವೆರಿ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ವೇ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಟು ದೀಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಮ್.
Okay. So why I asked you that is because uh, today, if you sequence in our contemporary times, if you sequence a list of activities that we can do in summer, it ranges from traveling to picking up new skills to forming new habits.
Right.
And I mean, you mentioned so many. You are picking up on the syllabus of the previous next year and so forth, and art,
Right.
spending time in art, study of nature.
Right.
So all these you mentioned.
Right.
But among all these, the most ancient one is temple festivals have remained from centuries.
Yes.
For many thousands of years.
Yes.
Many temples have been celebrating the temple festivals during summer.
Yes.
In summer vacation, summer, that's when it. So that is the reason why I asked you.
No problem.
Although it's in the list, it is the most ancient one.
Yes, yes, absolutely. It was a very good question, and
Yes.
enjoyed replying to that.
One intriguing question that I have for you, sir,
Yeah.
is related to mango. So this is the king of summer fruits, no? So आम के बारे में थोड़ा बताइए.
आम के बारे में आम आदमी के सिवाय और कौन जान सकता है?
क्या बात है?
आम तो वो फल है जो आम आदमी को खास बना देता है सर.
हाँ सर.
तो
यस.
वो मैं खुद वैसे ही बनाऊं. अगर मैं जिंदगी में अपने आप को खास समझता हूँ तो सिर्फ आम खाने के बाद ही समझता हूँ, उससे पहले नहीं समझता.
So what's your favorite mango?
My favorite mango is Ratnagiri Hapus, of course.
क्या बात है, sir.
Anytime.
The
and
king
it
of
is
mangoes.
mangoes.
If mango is the king of fruits.
Yes.
Ratnagiri Hapus is the king of mangoes.
King of mangoes. And either, of course, in Bangalore you have something like Badami, which is very close to that.
Raspuri, sir.
The Raspuri is absolutely wonderful. There is no, that is my father's favorite.
Right.
And yes, it is also my favorite as well. So as we talk in this podcast, I renew my request to you to help me with some fantastic mangoes, which you have been, very helpful in getting me, which has doubled my happiness to no extent. So थोड़ा कृपा कीजिए.
जरूर हो जाएगा, sir.
So yes, I mean, mangoes anytime is my favorite fruit, and I always have waited for mangoes since the last, since the last year to this year, years before and years ahead also, I'll continue to wait for mangoes. So whenever
How about the others, sir? Jackfruit and pineapple, they are also summer fruits.
Jackfruit is good, but only thing is, unfortunately, the like the amount of work involved in getting in till the fruit.
Correct.
Is a lot work, but of course, yes, I mean, it involves more of a skill than effort. So that is also very fair. Initially, of course, I don't know whether I've told you, but you might be surprised that whenever I used to have a jackfruit, I would develop some health problem earlier. But then later on, of course, I got used to it, and now jackfruit is quite a commonly consumed fruit.
Oh, good,
so
sir.
I'm happy. Yes, jackfruit is good. Pineapple too is good. Yes.
So I relished the jackfruit we ate near Durbalapur once when we were on a tour that side.
Yes.
And we were returning.
Yes, yes.
It was very nice.
In fact,
this year we have to do it again.
In fact, all my visits wherever outside, even though within Bangalore, have been fruity visits because of a very fruitful friend whom I have known for the last 45 years.
Yeah, बात है sir.
Yeah,
Sir, one more question which I wanted to ask you
right.
is related to how nature, of course, for us, summer holidays and all that is okay, human being perspective.
Hmm.
But nature is really suffering because water ponds have dried up,
Yes,
watering holes have dried up, and trees are bereft of fruit yet.
yes,
So nature, animals and birds and the plants, they are all suffering
yes.
during summer. It's a season of suffering for them.
Hmm.
It is unlike for human beings, which is a time for enjoyment.
Yes.
So in this regard, what will be your advice to everyone? What should be, how should they look at being a part of nature, human beings? How should they try to tend to nature and support it? आपको क्या रहे इसमें?
The first step is think yourself as an animal. I mean, not in the literal part. यानी आप अपने आप को किसी जानवर के हिसाब से सोच के जानवर जैसा बर्ताव मत कीजिए, वो मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. एक जानवर के जैसे अगर आप एक जानवर के पोजीशन में अगर आप सोचें तो आपको पता चलेगा कि आपको क्या करना है. सबसे पहले आप खुद को उनके साथ महसूस करने का कष्ट कीजिए. आप ये सोचने का कष्ट कीजिए कि आप सभी एक ही धरती में रहने वाले एसोसिएट हैं और आप सब कुछ साथ में रहते हैं. और अगर आपको पानी की ज़रूरत है एक इंसान के तौर पर, तो जानवर को भी पानी की ज़रूरत होती है जीने के लिए. तो क्यों ना आप एक कुछ ऐसा करें जो वो भी खुश रहे और आप भी खुश रहे. क्यों ना कुछ आप लॉन्ग मच बिफोर समर अराइव्स, व्हाई डोंट यू try to establish some water holes or pots full of water or something like that, when the animals also have the freedom of coming and having fresh water whenever they feel thirsty. And much before this, not only us, the powers to be have to show us the way. We can show the powers to be the way to do this, but unfortunately dirty politics in our country will never allow anything to succeed. So I am very ruthless in that. That is what has happened, and that will continue to happen. You go and tell the powers to be, I want to have a pond here because I want to take care of animals in summer. And they will say, I mean, there is no water to for human beings itself. What you will think about animals? सो वैसे अगर राय आ जाए तो उन लोगों से बात करके कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है. इसीलिए जो कुछ भी करना है हम खुद कर सकते हैं, और हम खुद करके एक मिसाल साबित कर सकते हैं. आज कल या परसों कोई ना कोई तो आके उसे देखेगा और अपना मन बदलेगा और वो भी सोचेगा, हाँ यार ये हमें पहले ही सोचना था. तो इस तरीके से व्हाई डोंट वी जस्ट टेक एन इनिशिएटिव एंड ट्राई टू हेल्प एनिमल्स, बर्ड्स एंड other insects for that matter. Of course, they are also amongst the different types of living beings. Take care of them. I mean, give them the proximity, give them the freedom to live, and I mean, the world will be happy.
So which is your favorite animal, sir?
Tiger.
अरे क्या बात है सर.
शेर का फेवरेट एनिमल तो शेर ही हो सकता
Okay, let me ask you, second favorite?
है. एलिफेंट.
अरे क्या बात है सर. आ गए. I was expecting elephant in the first itself.
नहीं, शेर.
Had you told elephant, I wouldn't have asked you second time.
No problem. It is glad because I wanted to bring in the elephant also at some stage.
Okay.
तो वो बोलते हैं ना कि इलाके में सिर्फ कुत्ते घूमते हैं, शेर नहीं.
क्या बात है सर. तो few words on water conservation, sir. Fresh water conservation.
Definitely, it's a positive thought, and it's definitely something which you should look at it in a larger scale. And not only this, rainwater harvesting. Whenever there is rain, I mean, you always harvest it so that you find it easier to take care of yourself in these troubled, harsh summers. And water conservation, yes, anytime. Groundwater, for example, as time progresses, there will be a deficit in groundwater itself. Bore wells will go dry, and so when during those times, these sort of sumps or these sort of conservatory approaches will definitely help you in the years to come. That is good planning, and of course, yes, everyone should really think about it.
क्या बात है sir. It was excellent talking to you on summer and some of its nuances and your personal experiences.
Always, always.
So very nice. I have only one request.
Yes.
I request you to close this podcast with a shairi in Utpal Dutt's voice.
Okay. Sorry.
थोड़ा अर्ज कीजिए.
उत्पल
Yes.
तो एक महान अभिनेता थे सर.
अभिनेता तो थे, लेकिन
अरे.
वही चैलेंज वही है.
वो हमारे
उनके आवाज और वो अंदाज में आपको एक शायर आपका पेश करना पड़ेगा.
वो हमारे नेता भी थे और अभिनेता भी थे.
हाँ.
तो हम वादा तो नहीं करते हैं, लेकिन कोशिश
करिए
जरूर
सर,
करेंगे.
करिए. ऑल द मोर बेटर इफ इट इज ऑन समर.
ऐसा है. बेटा कैसे हो बेटा? हर बार मैं तुमसे बात करता हूँ बेटा, तो मुझे एक अजीब सी खुशी होती है कि मैं एक अच्छे से दोस्त के साथ बात कर रहा हूँ. अभी अभी तो तुमने एक शेर अर्ज करने को कहा है बेटा, तो प्रयत्न करके देख लेता हूँ. गर्मी में प्यारा लगे पानी का फव्वारा.
अरे वाह. गर्मी में प्यारा लगे पानी का फव्वारा.
गर्मी में प्यारा लगे पानी का फव्वारा.
वाह वाह वाह.
सर्दी में प्यारा लगे जलता अंगारा.
अरे वाह वाह वाह, क्या बात है सर, बहुत बढ़िया.
गर्मी में प्यारा लगे पानी का फव्वारा, सर्दी में प्यारा लगे जलता अंगारा.
क्या बात.
बेटा हर मौसम में प्यारा लगे हमको प्यार तुम्हारा.
अरे वाह 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 वाह, चाहिए उस्ताद, चाहिए चाहिए. चलिए, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. विश यू हैप्पी समर हॉलीडेज.
विश यू टू. एंड आपने हमारे सबसे अजीज कलाकार उत्पल दत्त का याद दिलाया.
अरे
तो वो सबसे बहुत बढ़िया महान कलाकार रह चुके हैं, उनके जैसा और कोई आने वाला भी नहीं है. तो उत्पल दत्त को पूरा पूरा नमस्कार, और हमारे मित्रों को और आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर. ग्रीटिंग्स.